Good morning. Today I'm bringing you part 2 of yesterday's video. We made some pretty poor decisions yesterday that led us into a pretty bad zone. I just want to highlight where we went wrong so you guys can learn along with me. We were in a new to me zone where one of the other guys was kind of being the tour guide. As I always do, I was watching the map, seeing where we were going, but eventually we got to this part where I was like, this is friggin' steep. On the map it looks pretty friggin' steep. But I wasn't worried because the other guy said he'd been through here before and dropped this, so I was like, all right, go ahead and we'll wait here. After he was down there by himself for a while, it was getting late in the day, so it was time to get out of there, and I thought, we'll just drop at the bottom, no problem. So I led the rest of the guys down to meet up with him, and they also agree with me that we had to regroup and we weren't just gonna leave him there. So the first mistake was Buddy dropping down into this zone. We kind of should have made a group decision whether we were going to go down here, but like I said, he had thought he was through this zone before, but he actually hadn't been through here. The second mistake was kind of me. I thought he meant he had dropped right down to the bottom where it was pretty much flat out to the logging road. So I was like, all right, he said it was steep, but we can make it. Once we dropped down to him, it ended up he was actually just on a bench, not that far down. So once I got to there, I was like, oh man, we're gonna be in here for a while. We'll kind of go through the clips now and give you a play-by-play. Just dropping down to him through here, nothing too steep yet. And then I look over to my right and I'm like, oh, that's cliffs right there. This is getting pretty steep. Hopefully there's a nice line through here. Wow. I don't think we could drop down right here. Well, yeah, like, I don't know. I think we have to go that way. Looking to my right here, you can see that drainage kind of trench there. It looks super steep on the top of that to the left. The right was maybe doable, and I was already contemplating that. But like I had just mentioned before, it looked like there were some benchy cliffs there, and I didn't want to get cliffed out there. Well, we ended up not where we wanted to be. Dropping down that drainage is probably a really bad idea, but we're gonna see what happens. Gonna see if we can head over to a drainage on the other side and drop it, but the one here looks scary. Yeah, this is not good. This drainage doesn't look too good. Looks like it's probably a big waterfall up here. Big holes and then steep. Look at that. Too much water. So I think get as high as we can and then side hill over to old tracks, even if it means cutting in a bench. Really? Well, I don't want to drop into the unknown when it's that steep at this time of day. I'm gonna go to where we first dropped in. There's kind of a bit of an open alpine-like spot, and we'll look at shooting up that. And then getting back to the steep side hill that we were at before, where Braden originally dropped down. There's a spot that looks somewhat doable to just drop down, but if we get cliffed out, then we're really screwed.
Hung up in a pillow over the handlebars.
Is anyone with you?
Yeah, Jay's right beside me now.
Trying to shoot up this short little steep section right here, but it's really steep and I'm not keeping my speed on the 146 because I'm not holding a very good line.
Jesus.
I'm gonna try and see if I can wrap around through the trees if someone wants to come with me. Almost. So the last little section's just too steep here for the 146, so we're gonna loop back down around.
You guys make it up? Way up, down, but I mean, we're pretty exposed up here. We can go a little bit higher. I think we can cut way across.
Damn it. Crap. Fun stuff, eh? Always an adventure. The last couple days have been really wild, I tell ya. The 146 is up. There goes Devin. Devin is up. You guys can see how the trees are all small through here, so I was a little concerned because we're getting into some big avalanche terrain above us. The danger rating wasn't too bad, but we were in a bit of a warning trend, so I was a little worried. Once we got up to a certain point, it was really hard, so you could tell it already sloughed at one point, so it eased it a little bit, but you know, being in that kind of terrain at that time of day is no good. Yeah, this isn't sketchy. Brain's gonna have a look. It looks like there might be a bit of a bench through here somewhere. So if we could get over to that, we're pretty close to our tracks.
I'd like just to walk up there and have a look.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, we're trekking through the bush here. We're trying to scope our way out, hoping to get over to this bench, and then it's only about 100 meters from our tracks before, worst comes to worst, we shovel a bench. Some pretty steep sections. Well, we're going through here. Let's see what happens. Braden doesn't sound too confident. In the last section, we got to drop down. Just waiting for Jason here. Oh, no.
Stay flat.
Oh, nice.
Off the edge of the bench, you'll see my side.
Oh, I'm gonna rip my headlight off my head. Oh, there was a bench here like I thought. So at least that's good. Oh, a side hill over a tree. That doesn't look very good. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to move that. And some logging now. We're getting places very slowly.
You're going up or down here?
I think it looks better to drop down a touch right there where it's kind of thick. It does look just about straight down through here. We could probably meet up with our tracks. Dropping in. Sorry for the trench. Oh my God, we're so close. Is that a track?
It looks like it, man. I think it is. I just need to get down.
It looks like a track, but I can't be certain. That's a track right there. We're good.
Little hole.
We're there.
Well, I don't know. Are we far enough before we drop in any further? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where we drop down in?
No, because I look at your tracks that double back. So only your track that is a single track is where we dropped.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, that's fast. We got tracks, baby. We're doing good. There's a log there. Brake lock. And we're all down. Look at that. Nobody broke anything. There's no smashed sleds.
Nice trench, Matt.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. I just had a stick back there, just creamed my goggle lens. I would have lost my eye if I didn't wear goggles.
Stay high or drop down. It doesn't matter as long as we keep kind of cutting across. We're almost out.
Just dropping the last little section here. Then we're home free. I think it's starting to snow now. What a day. What a couple of days. All made it back down to the truck. Let's go get some dinner. I'm starving. Well, as you see, we luckily made it out with no issues at all. We used teamwork and tried to plan as best we could what we were gonna do. Went back and forth a little bit, trying to explore the different routes and options. You know, it wasn't ideal, but it worked out in our favor. We're lucky we had good temperatures, so we weren't freezing cold out there. I never really like to just drop down something like that unless I know what I'm dropping down. So it's always better to pull up first, or at least have a look from the bottom if you can, than to just drop down it. Also, luckily we were all really skilled riders that were able to navigate that terrain pretty easily. If you get somebody with you and you end up in a situation like that isn't a very skilled rider, you got to make sure to keep them amped up, keep their spirits up, because you don't want them to get discouraged. That's when they start making mistakes. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.